Hi all and welcome to this new video, taking a look today at the former Midland Railway's Ripley Branch Line. This ran from Butterley on the Ambergate to Pye Bridge line to Derby Midland through the town of Ripley and its surrounding outlying villages in the Amber Valley of Derbyshire. Now this line is quite an interesting one, as most of it is intact. Part of it's on the Ambergate to Pye Bridge line. As we can see, this is the timetable for the branch line to Ripley, and this is Butterley Station on the Ambergate to Pye Bridge line where the line ran off. As we can see today, it is now part of the Midland Railway Trust, which operate between Hammersmith, Butterley, Swanwick and Riddings as a heritage railway along part of the old Ambergate to Pye Bridge line. It is mostly intact towards Pye Bridge Way, however, towards Ambergate, part of an A road occupies the track bed directly after Hammersmith across a reservoir into Ambergate. As we can see, the station building, it replicates the old Whitwell station, according to what I was told by someone who works at the Midland Railway Trust. That's facing back towards Ambergate and where the Ripley branch line basically ran off at. And this is promoting the old station, as well as, of course, the Ripley Greenway, which runs not far from the station into the town. So as I say, this apparently replicates Whitwell Station, typical Midland Railway architecture, quite lovely and preserved. The Pye Bridge bound platform has carriages used for storage, and the Ambergate bound platform is used for when they shunt special trains and excursions along the line. But like I say, this is now in use for heritage and struggled during the COVID pandemic, but they are picking up again recently. We now follow the line towards Ripley. As we can see here, this is Ripley Station during its heyday as a passenger station. This is off Nottingham Road in the town, in a cutting where the Ripley Greenway runs. This station closed in the 1930s and then to all traffic in the 1960s. Credit to the photo goes to flickr.com. And this is the site of the track today. We're facing towards Ripley. That in the shrub is where the road carrying Nottingham Road over the track bed is. And if you watch as I slowly pan round on the Greenway, we face back towards where the track to Butterley ran. All, like I say, is all intact as far as Ripley, but has been built on towards Butterley. Let us now go and discover what remains of Ripley Station. So roughly around here, this is the site of Ripley Station. This served the town of Ripley in the Amber Valley area of Derbyshire. This was quite central to the town off Nottingham Road, the road over the bridge there. This is now called the Ripley Greenway, which followed the old track bed from the point at Denby to near to Swanwick area. So as anyone can see, so where they've passed is roughly there where the site of Ripley Station used to be. That would have been roughly the Butterley bound platform. This side would have been the Derby bound side.
But as one can see, it's all overgrown, nothing really remains. Now, there was originally plans at one point recently to reopen this line between Derby and Ripley to serve the town and give it a connection to Derby, but this apparently was heavily protested against and it was later dropped. So, hello. Yeah, as we can see, people are happy to say hello to the camera. So, this was Ripley Station. Lovely day today. Let's carry on now to the next one at Denby.
So this is Denby Station, the second stop along the Ripley Branch Line from Butterley. This served the village of Denby, quite known for Denby pottery. This station was closed in the 1930s, but the line was still open between Denby and Derby for a coal washing plant on the line up until the 1990s, when it was fully closed and the track was only lifted in 2011-2012. On the shrub we can see where the buffer stop is for where the line terminated, if we return to the video quickly.
So that there is where the washing stub for coal finished here, roughly at Denby. You can see just beyond those trees, there's like there's a buffer stop there, buried under the undergrowth. That is roughly where trains would stop, right here by the opposite side of Denby Station house, which is just beyond that shrub, which I'll show you in a minute. And then it would cross along here, beyond this fence, past where that new house is, and down that track there, towards that gate down there. Down there is where the track bit would have carried on. So yeah, there's the station master's house at Denby. Like I say, it would have gone beyond that fence there, back towards Derby. Going past my car and to where the new house and drive are is where it went towards Ripley. Really, that's where the line finished between the 80s and 90s for coal washing and a coal washing plant. So this was the site roughly of Denby Station. We'll now head on down to the next one at Kilburn.
So this is Kilburn Station, the third stop along the line. This served the village of Kilburn near Denby. This, as one can see, this closed in the 1930s, but this was used as like a passing loop for the coal washing trains on this part of the line between Denby and Derby up until the 1990s. The track, as one can see, is still down. These photos are from Wiki Commons, so these are released to be reused under a legal agreement. And just like at Denby, it's fenced off, heavily overgrown. Not much remains really of the station. As you can see, the overgrowth has been to reclaim the fence.
Roughly around here is the site of Kilburn Station. This served the village of Kilburn and was the next stop down from Denby, which was less than a mile north, which also served the village of Denby. This station here, as you can see, there's an old post there. That, funny enough, is actually part of when the railway was still active, although it had been left in the overgrowth after the line was closed. As you can see today, overgrown, barricaded off. Across the road is where it carries back on towards Derby. Now there is like a little side path there going in beyond that fence, but it's heavily overgrown, so I doubt you'll get far down there unless you got wellies and the blooming machete. But roughly here is where the track bed would have been. Some old fencing here, next to this little Woollock tyre centre. And then if you look, just peek through the undergrowth, you can see roughly here where the fence has started to collapse. And beyond it there is where the track bed would have run. So this would have been, as you can see here with the lines in the road, where the level crossing was. These little marks have all been tarmacked, but you can see where the level crossing used to run straight ahead back towards Derby. And back through here towards Ripley. So this was Kilburn. We'll now head on to the next one at Coxbench. I shall see you there.
So as we head off to Coxbench, this served the village of Coxbench, closed in the 1930s and then the 1990s when the coal train washing traffic stopped to the coal wash plant at Denby. Now I got to talking with the owner of the station during my filming, and he had quite a lot of interesting things to say about when he bought the station and what the future ambitions were of it. This station is now open to Airbnb to be rented out, and we'll return to the video and you can hear what the guy has to say.
So that there is Coxbench Station. This served the small village of Coxbench in Derbyshire. The station, as you can see, survives. This is their line through Ripley used to come through where your property is, and like I was speaking to them, I says, would they ever think about extending everything to Ripley and maybe back to Derby? And they went, with funding and the fact there's a big road in the middle of it and a reservoir, they've got no chance.
Yeah, some of it has been built up.
Yeah, even to Ambergate, I think, from it's been built up on that big A road.
I mean, we're a bit much fingers about leaving the Greenway, really.
Yeah.
This is a lovely road for a walk. And it's funny because down at Eaton they're all like, oh, let's have Greenway, let's have Greenway. And I'm like, well, I like that walk. I'll go down that walk. It's a lovely walk in the summer, just to the pub. Fine.
Pub's only there. Nice that you've at least kept.
It's quite strange because we were living at Sandy Common at the time, trying to find a house in the Eccleston catchment.
Yeah.
And that just drew me to it when I saw it. I thought, it's a railway station. It was more money than I had. And I was like,
I assume my viewers all heard that then. As we bid farewell to Coxbench Station one more time, we now head off to our next stop at Little Eaton. Little Eaton Station served the village of Little Eaton in Derbyshire near the city of Derby. It closed in the 1930s, but the line through it was still open until the 1990s for coal traffic to the washing facility at Denby. As we can see in this photo from Wiki Commons, the fence across the line was put in place not long after the line closed. The station master's house to the right surviving as a private residence. This is the station in present day. So that there is the site of Little Eaton Station. This is the village of Little Eaton in Derbyshire near the city of Derby. The station master's house is there, or the old station building is, rather station house as a private residence. There's the bridge towards where the track bed to Ripley went, and it basically came across this road beyond that fence, and just under those, where it goes all the way up to those embankments up there, that's where it rejoins the main line to Derby. And that part there looks like it forms an unmarked footpath. So as we are ready to depart Little Eaton Station, we can see off to the trees, which is where we carried on towards the main line, towards Derby. Straight down. Derby Midland Station is still open on the line between Birmingham and Nottingham, alongside Chesterfield and Sheffield. It says the city of Derby was one of two in the city, or three rather. You had Derby Friargate on the Friargate line, and you had Derby Nottingham Road on the line between Derby and Nottingham. Only this one now is still open. And as we can see in this present day photo, from this past photo to the present day, the Midland signal here at the station. Some of the old railway offices. And then there's the main station there on the left. Looking through the gates, we can see the platforms. Travel and then Derby Mill. Let's watch this. So this brings an end to this coverage of the line from Swanwick to Derby. Thank you for watching. Please leave a like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye for now.